Greetings, wonderful boys and girls, and welcome to Storytime with Avant-garde Books. I hope each and every one of you is well. Today, I will continue reading Charlotte in Paris. This book was written by Joan MacPhail Knight, and the illustrations are by Melissa Sweet. Well, if you have a copy, feel free to read along with me, but if you don't, it's quite okay. Just make sure you're in a very comfortable place, you're relaxed, so that you can listen to Charlotte in Paris. September 30th, 1893. 20 Rue Scheffer, Paris. Today, Papa took Lizzie and me to the Jardin des Tuileries, the Tuileries Gardens, to paint en plein air. It's a huge park right off in the middle of Paris. While Papa set up his easel, Lizzie and I went to a tiny outdoor theater to see a marionette show. When we got back, Papa was talking with his old friend, Mr. Maurice Prendergast. No matter where we go, Papa runs into painters from Boston. Mr. Prendergast told Papa he is in Paris to study at a painting school called Académie Julien. Then he made a quick little oil sketch on a small wooden board. He called it a pochade and said everyone in Paris is doing them. After dinner, the dressmaker came to fit us for our dresses for the exhibition. My dress is made of velvet, Prussian blue with stockings to match. Mama is wearing green silk and a hat with an ostrich feather on it. October 8, 1893, 20 Rue Scheffer, Paris. This morning, Papa and I went to the Louvre Museum. You can spend a whole day and not see half of what is there. The galleries are filled with painters making paintings of paintings. Papa said some are art students hoping to learn the ways of old masters by copying their work. Others make paintings to sell to tourists. They all have to have a permit, a piece of paper that says they are allowed to paint in the museum. He told me that when Monsieur Monet got his permit, he walked straight past the paintings of the old masters up to a window on the second floor. Then he set his easel up on the balcony and painted the city spread out before him. When we left the museum, it was dark and rainy. For a sou, we rented an umbrella to cross a bridge over the River Seine. When we got to the other side, we handed it to a man waiting there. Then we saw a man selling maps of Paris, and Papa bought one for me. I'm going to mark every place we visit on it. When we got home, we found Monsieur Durand waiting for Papa. He has already sold 15 of Papa's paintings. To celebrate, he took us to the opera. We climbed a grand marble staircase and sat in a tiny box high above the stage. Everywhere was soft red velvet and gold, and above our heads a sparkly chandelier, the biggest one in the world, I bet. Papa says it weighs 6 tons. All at once, I thought I saw Monsieur and Madame Monet. With Mama's opera glasses, I had a closer look and saw Monsieur Monet looking right back at me. I didn't dare look again until the final curtain. By then, the Monets had gone. I can't wait to tell Lizzie about this. October 30th, 1893, 20 Rue Scheffer, Paris. Tonight was the exhibition. After Mama and Papa said goodnight, I relit my lamp. I am far too excited to sleep. I love Paris and exhibitions. Everybody was there, even the Perrys. Lizzie and I were so happy to see Edith. She has already been to an exhibition and knows all about them. Follow me, she said, and then she led us through the crowd to a table with ice, grenadine, and yummy sorbets, sherbets made of delicious fruits. I like framboise, raspberry the best. There was a fizzy champagne, and we had a sip of that too. Then Edith pointed to Miss Cassatt, a tall woman with her back to us. She turned around, and I thought I saw a fur muff on her arm. When it yawned, I knew it was her dog, Batty. As we were looking at the paintings, a pretty girl came up to talk to Edith. Her name is Julie Monet, and she's 15. When Edith told her we live in Giverny, she said she and her mother were just there, visiting Monsieur Monet. After the exhibition, we all went to a restaurant called Café Riche. I hoped I would sit next to Julie Monet, and I did. She likes to paint too, and has a greyhound named Laëri. All at once there was a quarrel. Miss Cassatt's good friend, the artist, Monsieur Degas, told a painter named Monsieur Renoir that his paintings looked as if they were painted with balls of wool. Monsieur Renoir turned crimson, then violet, and marched out of the restaurant. Julie says it's not at all unusual for artists to quarrel at the dinner table, but Monsieur Renoir should not have left before dessert was served. Delicious pêche à la melba, peach melba named for the opera singer Nellie Melba. She must like peaches and vanilla ice cream with raspberries as much as I do. I wonder what Mama is planning for my birthday. She won't tell me. It's a surprise. October 31st, 1893. The Longchamp race course, Le Bois de Boulogne, Paris. When I took Papa tea this morning, he was still working on the painting he started in the Tuileries gardens. All at once, he put his paintbrush down and said, "Let's go to the horse races. Something there will inspire me." We went by carriage, a 6-seater with cushions of white satin, through the Bois de Boulogne, the biggest park in Paris. Mama wore a chiffon hat with a pink silk rose, and I my new straw hat with crimson streamers. On the way, we saw Julie Monet and her mother with Monsieur Renoir. He was making a sketch of a woman on a dappled horse and a boy on a pony to match. When Julie heard where we were going, she asked if she could join us. She loves the racehorse and goes to the races often, sometimes with her friend, Monsieur Degas. She says that Monsieur Degas always serves his guests the same dinner, chicken, salad, and fruit preserves. Then he makes them sit for a portrait. First, he moves their arms and legs about just so until he likes the pose. Then they have to sit perfectly still for 3 minutes while he takes the photograph. Julie says he never takes photographs in daylight, only by lamplight or the light of the moon. The horses are still starting the starting gate more later. All right, well, boys and girls, this, I believe, is our third or fourth part of Charlotte in Paris. This book was written by Joan MacPhail Knight, and the illustrations are by Melissa Sweet. And the next time I read, I'll be reading the final part. I hope you enjoyed this story, boys and girls. Have a beautiful night. Take care.